All right, looks like we are live. Let me just make sure we're live over here on YouTube as well. Looks like we are all good. What's going on, everybody? This is going to be mainly for those of you that watch the replay because just started the stream, so nobody's going to be on here just yet. But there we go. Got everything squared away. I am feeling a little bit better today than I was yesterday, so I had a little bit of time. I had some errands to run this morning. Still a bit fatigued. Sinus drip still going on a little bit, but overall we're getting better. I was close to getting a shot at going to the gym today, but maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Clifton, McFeels, Chris, Jared, how's everybody? Alex, appreciate everybody jumping on. I just sitting around and felt like jumping on and talking to you guys, dropped a video this morning about some of the upcoming fragrance releases that I'm excited about. Obviously, it didn't have everything that I'm excited about coming out. Just some of the newer stuff that's been released. I didn't have the new Givenchy Gentleman fragrance on there because that was, last month that got announced, really. Rob, what's going on? Appreciate you saying hello. Sam, Robert Duncan, how are you? Tony, glad to see you on the men. What up? Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting there. Been a shitty couple of days. My wife ended up catching the flu from me, so she's in bed sick. She's 2 days behind me. Just bought Jaguar Gold. Big fan. Keep going. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody stopping in to say hello. I just wanted to jump on for a little bit and chat. Just shot a video for tomorrow. Kyler, I'm feeling much better. I'm getting there. I'm not completely better yet. This is day 5 since I've started feeling really bad. So it's been a little less than a week. I went to the doctor on Thursday, and see, I can smell everything just fine. You'll see what's on my hands right now when you see the video for tomorrow. The flu is rough. Yeah, influenza A is going around. So it was actually brought to my attention by a friend of mine that the Faceless Pansies over on Reddit, based on my comment about shoving the Q-tips in my nose on Saturday's live, are like going nuts saying I'm an anti-vaxxer and all this other shit. And that's absolutely not the case. So I have had to get those stupid PCR tests. I hate doing it is what I was saying. I have had to do it. And the reason I know I have the flu is because I went to my regular physician. I have a regular doctor that I go touch base with every couple of months because I'm in my late 30s now. I got to stay on top of my health. And we both agreed, we were on the same wavelength, that he's the one told me influenza A was going around in our area, that it's probably best that we do a viral culture and check for that. And the next day he called me, let me know I indeed have influenza A. I got my throat swabbed. So somebody had made a comment about the Q-tips in the nose. I was like, you do that? I hate doing that stuff. I ain't shoving that crap in my nose. I've had to do it. It sucks. It hurts. They shove it really far back. At least in my experience time, I've had to do it. Shove it way back there and the shit hurts, makes my eyes water. So because I know if some of you assholes aren't of the 40 that are watching yet, at some point y'all will jump on and see this. And I wanted to speak to you guys directly because y'all have got to be the most extreme pile of just people I've ever seen. Y'all take something and make a storyline out of it. It's crazy and it's completely false to begin with. So find some hobbies or something. If talking about me is your favorite thing to do, you really have a sad life. Seriously. Up the nose is rough. Yeah, that shit hurts, man. That shit hurts. At least when I've had to do it, they shove it way the hell back. Feels like they're poking the bottom of my eyeball. Makes my eye water. But enough about that. I addressed that, and we're moving on. So, can I ask from the last decade, which perfume was the most disappointing to you? That's an interesting question. That's a good question. The most disappointing. If I had to look at something as what is the most disappointing to me, I would have to look at it as something that I was most excited about or had the highest hopes for and ended up just letting me down. Ooh, I'm gonna have to think about that one for a second. So let me look around a little bit. I'm trying to think if it's something I have that would fall into that, because that's an interesting question, man. That's a damn good question that requires a little bit of thought. Hmm. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. That's a damn good question, though. You kind of stumped me because I'm not sure. The most disappointing in the last decade to me. Hmm. I don't really have one that comes to mind, honestly, that's disappointed me unlike any other. Clifton, I appreciate you jumping in and saying hi. Thank you, man. Damn, I'm still trying to look around and think what would be a good answer for that one. I might have to come back to you on that one, man. Out here in St. Croix and seen the live stream once. Say hi. I appreciate that, Mega Dave. Thank you, man. An intense flanker of some sort. Okay, apparently I missed the first part of that. Sexual Paris by Michael Germain. Very disappointing. Okay, understandable. Rocking Redcon gear. You know, start a fitness channel. If not, you should, boss. I appreciate that. No, I don't have any plans on starting any fitness channels or anything like that. Today is day 5 of not going to the gym, and that's the most miserable part for me because going to the gym is part of my daily life now and has been for a solid year. And it sucks not going. I really like the reason I'm dressed like this. I was going to go to the gym, but I'm just still sweating out a little bit of fever and stuff like that. So it's not a good move. I'm still fatigued. Not the best move to do so. So let's see. I don't want to get behind. Because when I saw the title of the stream, I was like, oh, this got to be exciting news for some frags. So this is just, I wanted to circle back on the video that I dropped earlier today for those of you that saw it and get your thoughts on some of these fragrances. What's a hype fragrance that you don't see all the hype about? I've said many times, Mont Blanc Explorer, I believe, is overhyped. I think it's a good fragrance, but it's not as hype-worthy as it gets. First perfume that you remember you smelled on a woman that caught your attention. Oof. As far back as I can think would probably be junior high, and it was Tommy Girl. I remember specifically an old girlfriend of mine. She used to wear Tommy Girl all the time. Same time. What fragrance did you not like that you gave someone because you wouldn't wear it? I don't do that. I don't re-gift if I don't like it. I think that's kind of shitty, honestly. You guys in lockdown where you at? No. I'm in the United States. There's no lockdowns in the United States currently. And I don't foresee that happening anytime soon anyways. Let's see. There's not even, I'm in Colorado and we don't have any mask mandates or anything like that. Never fear. Paige is here. Paige Styles in the house. What's going on? Get better. Love your videos. I don't miss the gym. I do. I absolutely do. Leighton worth the hype? Yes. I love Leighton. I love Leighton. Try before you buy. Not everybody likes everything, but I love Leighton. Gabe, what's going on, man? Stopping to say what's up, brother. Hope all is well. Trying to get over a nasal congestion, but I can still smell fragrances. That's what's up, man. I'm glad you can still smell them. All those watching live, getting paid to watch TLTG. That's what I'm talking about, Paige. Regifting shitty, I agree. Yeah. If I don't like it, I'm not just going to toss it off to somebody else, you know? Not in the know. How are you? With the Oscar the Grouch picture. I like that. What's the best unisex cologne? I don't know if you can go with just one specific fragrance that's the best. It depends on what you like. You know, I can't really give you a recommendation just off of my taste. I got to know what kind of stuff you like to wear to really. I'd need more information to recommend. I don't like to just do a generic recommendation. You know, name a cologne that you would prefer or recommend over its original. The only one that I would even give a shot like that is Alexandria Fragrance's Et Sauvage Elixir, which I actually plan on wearing tomorrow. I wear it. It's the one clone that I feel is justifiably worth buying over the original because you get more, same quality, same performance, just about 1-to-1, and you're going to spend less money. It's still pricey, but compared to the original, with the discount code and everything, it's like half the price. So that would be the only one. Because normally I recommend go with the original. 9.9 out of 10 times I'm going to tell you to get the original over the clone. Strong with you intensely, I do not own. Sidrap Wazé, you must be new to my channel. Welcome to TLTG Reviews, because I recommend this fragrance all the time as the safest niche blind buy when you're starting off dipping your toe into niche fragrances. My notifications are finally coming through. Dropped the video, and I did see Drakkar Intense. Yeah, I'm interested in that one big time, and I wasn't a big fan of the original Drakkar. Okay, want to try the Montal Wood on Fire, but not overhyped for the new Stronger With You only. So my buddy Justin 502 Fragrance Reviews commented in the video today because he's a L'Oreal rep, and Stronger With You only is supposed to be taking Stronger With You Freeze's place in the lineup, according to what he said. So interesting. I guess Freeze sales was terrible, so they're replacing it. Yes, absolutely. I love that as a workplace scent. That's where a majority of the dent in my bottle came from. Hillary, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for stopping in. Love your videos, love your work. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Paige, have you ever thought about becoming a professional fragrance consultant similar to Sebastian? No, because I wouldn't consider myself a connoisseur or an expert. I'm an enthusiast. I'm an enthusiast that just likes to share the passion. I smell as many fragrances as I can. I smell stuff that interests me. I like to blindly get on things and smell things. And it's just, I will never call myself some sort of expert because I don't believe myself to be. So I can't imagine doing something like that. I'm an enthusiast that just loves to talk about fragrances. That's basically what the gist of it is with me. You ever tried Mercedes-Benz Club Black? Yes, I did a full review not that long ago on it. Very, very lovely vanilla fragrance. Light blue intense. Turns out shelf life ended today. Is that a problem? As long as you store it properly, and if you're just busting the seal, it's all good. If you just busted the seal open, you're fine. I wouldn't worry about it at all. Fragrances I heard don't expire. So if they're sealed, it takes years and 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 years for the top notes and stuff like that to spoil. Once you bust it open, you spray it, and oxygen gets in the stem, then the shelf life starts to go down for sure. But if you properly store it, it'll take years for that top note to expire and spoil. Regatta, okay. Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Parfum Reserve Privé. I don't have any thoughts on it yet because I haven't smelled it, but I am very excited for that one. I do plan on getting a bottle of it this year. That is one that is on my radar on the must-buy, the top 20 or so must-buy fragrances of this year for me, for sure. Let's see. Cedrat Boisé fragrance that got lost in the mail. Oof. And now they're out. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope they're doing something to rectify the situation for you. Tuscan Leather and compared it to Leather and Oud by Cremo. No, but I'm willing to bet. I mean, I've smelled it before, but I haven't compared them side to side. But I know, and this is going to break your heart because you're such a fan of Cremo, the Tom Ford is night and day better. It's way better. Way, way better from a quality standpoint than the Cremo version. The Cremo is just a nice budget alternative. It's not on the same wavelength, not even close in quality. Which Montal fragrances do you like? So I actually have Starry Nights on my rotation table to wear at some point in the next week or so. I don't know when. I just got to get in the mood to grab it, but I did put it on the rotation table. That Wood and Spices, Spicy Oud, Honey Oud, Tropical Wood's really good. And Honey Oud's my favorite, though. Spicy Oud's super underrated. Patchouli Oud, Saffron. There's a lot of good ones out there. I still want to get Fougères Marines, which is supposed to be like a niche Tommy. Still want to get my hands on that one. I haven't tried it yet. No, we are not good friends. I don't know him personally. I've never met him. Ombre Leather or Godolphin for first leather buy. Well, I haven't tried Godolphin, but I know they're similar because they're both similar to Tuscan Leather. They're fruity leather scents. You could probably save some money going with Ombre Leather. Ombre Leather is super popular. Can't go wrong with Ombre Leather. I mean, I'm sure the Godolphin version is great because Parfums de Marly makes some really good fragrances, but you probably save a little money and be just as well off with Ombre Leather instead of going with Godolphin. Whose recommendation would you take on a new fragrance, Gent Scents or Jeremy fragrance? That depends on who you jive with, really. I try not to watch too many people anymore because I don't want it to affect my opinions or my outlook on something when I'm getting a fragrance. So there's very, very few channels that I watch these days. But that just depends on who you like more as to whose opinions you'll jive with more, whose taste is in line with yours. Scent of the day from UK is Montal Aqua Gold. Haven't tried that one. You're expertly denying your abilities. I appreciate that, man. I'm just, like I said, I'm just an enthusiast. I don't sit here and toot my own horn like I'm somebody special, you know, because I'm not. I'm just a fragrance enthusiast like you guys. I've just smelled a lot of fragrances. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I have heard that sadly it has been reformulated. I can't confirm it because I haven't smelled a newer bottle. My bottle is quite old. I have about half of it left, but my bottle is very rich and very, 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 very strong. Did I stress the word very? Very strong. It is a honey red wine tobacco bomb. Love it. Super rich. I never wear more than 4 or 5 sprays because it's super powerful, sticks to my skin. It's thick. But I've been told by a lot of people that newer bottles don't perform like that and they don't have that density. So I don't know if that's the case for sure. This is just what other people have told me, but my bottle's a few years old and it is a wonderful fragrance. Uh, I think one that may end up getting discontinued at some point sooner rather than later. One that sadly was the case was Prada L'Homme Intense. From what we understand, that's been discontinued, and I love that fragrance. I have 2 bottles of it. I mean, I'm good. It won't affect me long term, but it's very sad because it's such a good designer. It's a great designer iris fragrance. It really is. It's one of the better ones that's ever been made. Familiar with Brioni EDP? No, I haven't tried that one. You know more than the average bear. I always learn from your channel. I appreciate that, Chris. Thank you, man. No, it was an intact box. I don't know what that's referring to. Really enjoying Spice Bomb Extreme recently and others that you can recommend that follow the same scent DNA that are just as good. So it's a vanilla tobacco, spicy vanilla tobacco scent at its core. And there's a lot out there that are like that are less spicy. Something along those lines that I think is enjoyable, not the same scent profile that does the same job. I would say something along the lines of an Armani Stronger With You, because it's similar quality match and performance and more warm and spice than sweet. Because some people would say Wanted by Night, but that's much more sweet. Still has the tobacco and the spice and stuff like that, but I find it's a little more synthetic and a little bit more sweet, whereas Stronger With You, the quality is a little bit better and it's a little bit spicier. So I feel like that follows a similar path. It's euphoric when I smell a new fragrance that I really like. It's addictive. Hey, I'm right there with you, man. I'm starting to feel a lot better. I am. I'm definitely starting to feel a lot better. I'm not 100% yet. I'm dressed in gym gear because I was going to attempt to go to the gym, but I'm still a little too fatigued. I'm thinking tomorrow might be the target where I do kind of a total body, sweat it out type of thing. I'm feeling much better. My wife's 2 days behind me. She's got the flu now as well. So she's 2 days behind from when I got sick. So let's see. What do you think of Angel Share? I think it is the love and hype kind of fell off for it, which is kind of sad because it's a great boozy fragrance. Really is. I still haven't gotten around to getting a bottle. I need to. My decant's just about empty. There is a new Cedrat Boisé Intense that has been released. It's out in Europe. I don't know if it's made its way to the States yet. I do plan on getting it. Check out Smell of Truth. My buddy Kareem, he dropped a review on it about a week ago on his channel. Refund. Okay. Yes, I already addressed that a moment ago. YSL Eau Fraiche for summer fragrances. I'm assuming you mean Y Eau Fraiche. I'm a roll with that's what you're talking about. I'm going to assume that. I think it's a very warm lemon smell, and it's warmer than you would anticipate the way the ginger and the lemon come off, but it still has a bright freshness. It's a little zesty. I think it's a great summer flanker for the Y line. I still prefer Y EDT over it slightly for the summer. It's just that much fresher. It doesn't have that warm ginger type of smell that the Eau Fraiche has, but I think it's a great fragrance nonetheless, and I'm super happy to have it. I do not find vetiver feminine leaning. You may have smelled a vetiver fragrance that has a lot of florals or something like that to make you feel that it's leaning feminine, because vetiver dominated fragrances are usually more on the earthy side. smokier, darker, and definitely not feminine. So I think it's a specific fragrance you're talking about. Oh, commodity vetiver. I totally glanced over commodity for some reason. I haven't tried commodity vetiver. I don't know how I overlooked that word. I guess I just glanced at the comment instead of reading it fully. My apologies. I haven't tried it, so I can't weigh in on it specifically. Koros, I have not smelled that in a very, very long time. I was a kid the last time I smelled it. My dad used to have a bottle. So I can't even weigh in on it. It's been a long, long, long time. I don't even remember the scent, to be honest with you. Agua de Jo teaser could be. I posted it on my story, too. I'm glad you asked. So I think it's going to be Acqua di Gio Parfum. I can't confirm. This is an assumption. I'm guessing. Because when I saw iFragrance share it to their stories, I snapped a little screenshot, cropped it, and put it on my stories with 2 eyeballs jumping up and down like, oh, I see you. It could be Acqua di Gio Eau de Parfum, but I don't know. I just have a feeling, based on the little glimpse we get of the bottle, it looks very similar to the originals bottle. I don't know. It's either going to be an EDP or a Parfum flanker, and I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like it's a Parfum. I hope. I mean, whatever it is, I'm going to get it. I always get the Acqua di Gio flanker. I love the Acqua di Gio line. I hope it's Parfum. As soon as I find out more, I'm going to share it to my stories on Instagram as well. But I'm definitely tracking iFragrance. That's who I track. As you, for those of you that saw today's video, between the website and the Instagram page, that's how I track the new releases. Good clone for Prada L'Homme. I don't have any Prada L'Homme clones. I would recommend getting Prada L'Homme. If y'all don't have Dior Homme O, get Business Over Pleasure. Not the same scent, but within the same wheelhouse. They are. They do have a similar vibe. And the thing is, you can't get either. They're both discontinued. So that's, I agree with you. They have a similar vibe for sure. That's kind of the job I wanted Business Over Pleasure to do, was a similar job to what Dior Homme O can do. And but no, it's definitely not. Neither one are available. No, I have not tried that. Cool Water Parfum. It should have hit discounters by now. There was a seller on Amazon a few months ago that had it for like $50-something, and then now I can't find it on Amazon. It's just I've been kind of eyeballing the discounters for it to show up, and I've yet to see it show up at discounters. It's not plentiful for some reason, because I want Cool Water Parfum. I haven't tried it. I've heard it's kind of similar to Prada Luna Rosa Carbon, in which case I'll thoroughly enjoy it. But I haven't smelled it. One brand to wear forever, which one would it be? That's tough, because there's a lot of brands that I really enjoy, designer and niche. That's a tough one. Damn good question. Hard question, but a damn good question nonetheless. I want to say Dior, but I can't. I think I have to go with Armani. And that would encompass all of the phases of Armani. Giorgio Armani, Emporio Armani, or just Armani as a whole, because they have darker scents that I like, they have sweet scents that I like, they have spicier scents that I like, and they have freshies galore. So I think I'd have to go with Armani. Let's get caught up here. May have to grab Tuscan Leather then. I heard it has a raspberry note. Yes. So a lot of the fruity leathers copy Tuscan Leather. There's a variety of them out there. Like we were talking about Ombre Leather and Godolphin a little while ago. They're similar to Tuscan Leather. Haven't tried it, and it's not that easy to get, and it's very pricey when it does pop up at certain places. So I'd love to get my hands on it, but for what it goes for like $100 and some change. I don't know if I'll ever get it. So I may never know what it smells like, honestly. I have not. Haven't really talked to him before. I've seen a few of his videos. He seems like a nice guy, you know. I think the last video I saw of his, it came across my feed, was him reacting to one of Josephine's videos. It was a decent video. I watched it. It was nice. Like I said, we've never had a conversation or anything like that. Seems like a nice guy. I addressed that earlier. If Find it interesting that you typed it a bunch of times. Let's see what's up. Ombre leather. Speaking of ombre leather. Just got here. Anyone bringing up the new Lacoste Blanc Eau Fraiche? Did not know that. You're the first person to mention that to me. I did not know that was a thing. The EDP was good. I think the original's better. I don't know where this is going to fall in regards to that. I feel like this is them trying to capitalize on the success of Lacoste Blanc, because the EDP was good, but not good enough to take the place of the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Toilette's just such a great fragrance for them, the regular Lacoste Blanc. So I don't know. This is the first I'm hearing of it. I'm going to have to look into that. I have not tried the EDP. I just have the EDT, and the EDT is great. What I got to do to get them muscle shoulders? Be relentless in the gym, high volume, focus on the form, and be consistent. That's the most important things. Justin Copeland. That's no secret. Justin's a very good friend of mine. Him and Carlos were always my favorite channels long before I started my channel. And I always valued Justin's opinion. Now that I've gotten to know him so well, I value his opinion on fragrances even more, because we have a lot of similar tastes and outlooks on fragrances. So usually whatever Justin says is probably going to reflect my opinion pretty greatly. It might not be exact, but it'll be a very similar opinion. So usually if he says a certain thing and it excites me about a fragrance, usually I can take that to the bank. Or if he says something that'll turn me off from a fragrance, I can usually take that to the bank. Hugo Iced. Hey, that is a damn good deal. And that's a solid fragrance too. It's a nice synthetic mint. It's very fresh, easy going. It's affecting me. I haven't worn it in a while. I have so many fragrances, man. That's the thing. A lot of stuff gets pushed to the side, and that's why, like, from time to time, I'll make it a point that I'm going to revisit some stuff that I haven't worn in a while, and that's kind of been the thing I'm going to now. That's why I put Starry Nights on. Speaking of putting that on my rotation table, because I haven't worn it in a while. It's been a while since I've worn Starry Nights, and Montal Starry Nights is such a good fragrance. It deserves more attention. I have tons of fragrances that deserve more attention from me. So it's very simplistic. It's not necessarily, I mean, it'd be like a 20-second video. Keep them in the box unless you have to display them, which I don't have to display my bottles. Keep them in the box, out the light, that keeps the fragrance out the light, and don't keep it hot. You know, keeping them in your bathroom, bad idea. Temperature constantly changes. Hot, cold, steam, not, steam, not. Just like on my shelves, the stuff that I don't have in boxes, I either don't have a box for, or I had before I started keeping the boxes. But honestly, it takes away the display portion of your fragrances by keeping them in the box, but it will keep them out of light and help keep the temperature regulated on them for sure. You like Opus Collection Amouage? I have not tried any of those. I've heard some things though. I forgot who it was mentioned Opus number 3 or number 8 or something the other day. I think it was Justin mentioned it. I haven't tried it. Givenchy Absolute. Also confused with the seal. So the plastic that the box is sealed in, and you unwrap it, that's the seal I'm referring to. Because if it's a sealed box, it hasn't been sprayed or anything like that. As to the perfume target, yeah. Once you atomize it, you pump it, and you allow oxygen into the stem. It's not a huge impact to where something happens immediately. It takes time. It takes years. But once oxygen starts to get into that stem, when you depress the atomizer, it's pumping it. Pull, push. That's what it does. So it moves that little ball stopper that's in the stem, and it allows oxygen in, and it creates pressure to push the fragrance oils and alcohol out. So that begins the process of the shelf life and it expiring over time. It's not just from sitting on the shelf in a sealed box that's wrapped in everything that doesn't see the light of day. It's once you start using the fragrance, it's going to start and the more the juice level drops, the more oxygen goes into the bottle, the more rapidly things will start to spoil. A fragrance that has this much, let's say it's a 100 milliliter bottle, or let's just say, let's take this 50 ml bottle right here. Okay. Dolce & Gabbana, the one. You see the juice level. I don't wear it that often. That's not going to spoil as fast as if the juice level was halfway down, because there would be so much more oxygen in this bottle to help spoil those notes. Because you do put a minuscule amount of oxygen when you're pressing that atomizer, it does work its way in. So when you replace the volume with from alcohol and perfume oils to just empty space air, it will start to eradicate the life of those oils a bit more rapidly as you have more airspace. Hope that helps. Hope that made sense for you. One by night. It's one note that seems to have some hang time. So I'm getting very behind on these comments. Go back from vacation. Oud lemon mint's waiting for me. I've been too fatigued for 8 months now. Count your blessings. I'm trying to. Okay. I haven't tried anything from Tower Perfumes. I have not tried Drakkar Essence. I do not use Attars or oils. How's the cheapy finds been at Marshall's, Burlington, in your area? Because in Oregon, it's been horrible. I just did a video on, it was Burlington the other day. I actually had some decent stuff that I wanted to, that I got my hands on. Make sure to check that video out if you haven't yet. No, I would not. A lot of people had said that. I would not. Blue Mediterranean line. I haven't tried any of those. I believe you asked me that on the last live stream. If it wasn't you, somebody else did ask me about that. I don't have any Afnan fragrances. You see yourself creating your own house? No, I don't have any plans on creating a house and just making fragrances full time or anything like that. It's just one of those deals that I just love fragrances and want to talk about it. That's what the channel is all about. That's what the channel was started for, and that's what it's going to continue to be. I mean, I'll always be open to collaboration. If it makes sense for me to do, I'll do. If not, I won't. Simple as that. As long as you research the seller, it's just like buying on eBay. Make sure you're buying from a reputable seller. Miss Greta is in the house. How are you, madam? Always nice to have you on. Miss Greta, if you have a little time, you're more than welcome to come on. If you'd like, I can send you the link real quick. If you want to come on, just let me know. I'm not sure when it will release. I try to get caught up a little bit. Show releases, I'm copping for sure. Whole line's big love. It does smell like a richer, warmer version of the original. It's not as rough around the edges. It's more dense and warm. It's much better. Favorite amber fragrance is just like I believe it was you that asked me in the comments in one of my videos today or yesterday. Grand Soir. I had responded to the comment. Eros, yeah, it's redundant. It is. Salute to you as well. I've never tried it, so I cannot weigh in. I appreciate that. Thank you. I actually have. I'm down quite a bit from last January to now. Let's see. I've never tried it. Again, yes, redundant. What's going on, Nosy Neighbor? How are you? Nosy Neighbor, while I got you, I saw in a live the other day that you said something about somebody said something about me photoshopping my body, that's a girl thing. Just be honest with you, but I don't Photoshop my body. I'm glad I happen to see your name. I've been wanting to ask you about that. That's very random. The only thing I do on any photo is a high dynamic range filter to brighten the colors. That is the one thing I do. So I don't know where that came from. I thought that was random as shit. And seeing your name made me think of it. But I appreciate you coming in. Smells great. I just answered that a moment ago. I have not tried that. There you go. JD Fitness coming through with the good answers, because I've never tried any Prada L'Homme clones. So I had no idea. I don't layer any fragrances. I actually just pick a fragrance and roll with it. I keep it simple. Who knows? Maybe one day. I was thinking Armani too. Yeah, it's just they have so much variety within the house, and that's not even counting the private lines. You know, the privé collections. That's just, there's so much to offer from Armani as a house. Armani Attitude, such a good coffee scent. I'm trying to get caught up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to have to skip a bunch of these because I need to try to get caught up. Let me scroll down a good ways. I want to get caught up because I'm way behind. Yeah, so sorry, guys. I got to skip a bunch of this. All right, so watch your channel regularly. Keep doing your thing. I trust your reviews and honesty with us. I appreciate that, Scott. Thank you, man. Dude, are you high? I don't know why you would ask that. No, not even remotely close. I didn't know I came across as high. That's random. I mean, the only complaint I would have about... Oh, so you're talking to somebody else, I guess. I don't know. I had to skip a bunch of comments, so my apologies. The only complaint with L'Homme and Lanouille is otherwise they're masterpieces. I can agree with actually both of the... Is you talking about YSL L'Homme? I know you're talking about Lanouille L'Homme, but they are great fragrances. They're iconic. They kind of set a path for a lot of different things. All right, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. I got to get caught up. Unaverage Joe in the house. My man, $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you so much. George Zaharoff sighting. He likes pleasure over business, the house of TLTG. Come on now, George. So, are the reformulation issues with Cedrat Boisé a real thing? So, I've seen an email from Mancera like 2 years ago saying it wasn't, but so many people have said it is. So, I mean... It may be a skin chemistry issue, but then again, I had a decant I went through that was a beast. It was a couple years old, and my bottle is like a 2019 bottle, and it's not the beast that was, but it still performs really well. So I mean, it's hard to say. All right, yeah, I'm still getting way behind. I appreciate all 160 of you in here. Unaverage Joe and Zaharoff. Ryan Epps in the house. Georgie, you wow fresh. I actually just did a video on that. It was featured in my weekly rotation and Burlington video. Make sure to check those out. Has me curious with these high percentage oils of Royale X. Yeah, for sure. For sure. CP, very clear about the version of X. What's a good blue everyday fragrance? There's a lot of those, but my personal favorite choice is always Aqua Essenziale Blue from Salvatore Ferragamo. Very, very difficult to beat for the money. Got to run errands, but maybe if you're still live when I get home. All right, Miss Greta, you are always welcome. Anytime you jump in here, you are always welcome to jump on. Yeah, I was way behind, George. I'm trying to get caught up. I get caught up. Yeah, RXL said you Photoshop. I don't know why he would say that. Shout out to RXL. He leaves his sin of the day every day in my community post. Shout outs to RXL. I don't know why he would say that, man. I don't. I really don't. You ever going to make a cheapy fragrance? I don't know. If the opportunity presents itself, who knows? Means Blue EDP sure does not. Reach out to me and I'll send them out to you. CPH is your handle name, Copenhagen. There you go. A little private conversation going on publicly. Trying to get caught up here, guys. Really, George? George, you want to come on here for a little bit? He was trolling. I thought it was funny. Yeah, no, it's all good. Like I said, shout out to RXL. I have nothing against him. I'm subscribed to him. I watch his videos from here and there. He cracks me up. No ill will. Me and him comment back and forth on his sin of the day posts and stuff like that. You think people will get their heads in reformulations and make it a thing? It's always talked about for some reason. A lot of people put a lot of stock into these reformulations, and that's where sampling really comes into effect. I mean, just because I get great performance doesn't mean you will, or just because I get poor performance doesn't mean you will. It's one of those things where you just have to try it. At the end of the day, you have to try the fragrance and see. Cedrat Boisé and Instant Crush are both wonderful, wonderful fragrances. We were just talking about Cedrat Boisé, as a matter of fact. I had to skip so many comments, I'm not really sure. The TLTG OnlyFans. Oh, Reddit? That's my OnlyFans, I guess. Greetings, Earthlings. Interesting comment. Okay. All right, give me a second. Copy. 1 second, guys. Do something real quick. Cidrapoise Intense Flub Nuggets. I really, really, really want that fragrance. I mean, I really want that fragrance. I plan on getting it sooner than later. So 1 sec. George, if you want to jump on, I sent you the link. I don't know if you're interested in jumping on or not, but you're more than welcome to. CPH, I do too. I have not tried Baronda. So one person that has sold me on that is Chris from Fragmental. Shout outs to Chris from the channel Fragmental. He's definitely sold me on that fragrance. I'm very excited to try it at some point. I've heard it's super, super boozy. George is at the gym. I just haven't gotten around to it. Andrew Hopkins, Goblin Parfums in the house. With clones and everything, right around 800. So it's I haven't counted in a while, but it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 800. Thank you, Liberty, not license. Nishio fragrances. I don't own any full bottles. I have several different decants. I went through a decant, a small 1 ml decant of Musk Therapy. I've had Side Effect and Rehab and Blessed Baraka. I just haven't gotten around to buying a full bottle. Uh-oh, I'm about to get behind again. You're in a frag competition. Each competitor gets 3 frags to come out on top. Name your trio, go to war. Hard question. That's a, I don't even know how to answer that one, honestly. I appreciate you, Muhammad. Thank you. Tried anything? No, I actually have never even heard of that brand. Arquiste? Is that how you say that? Arquiste? That's what it looks like it would be pronounced. Yes, I have Awaken and what's the other one? The first 2 that came out. And they're okay. They just never impressed me enough. I never wear them. It's one kind of those fragrances I just kind of have that I need to revisit. I haven't worn them in a while. I don't have, I know Continuum, I think is the newest one. They reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in reviewing it, and I actually declined because the first 2 didn't excite me enough. So I just kind of passed. Yeah, believe it or not, I say no to free fragrances, guys. I don't just accept everything. I've told you guys many times. Everybody thinks I just take everything. I don't. I actually turned down Continuum because the first 2 I just found kind of underwhelming to where I was like, I'm not even interested in the new release. Manly Scents. Louis Vuitton, Sur La Roche, never tried. Favorite oud fragrances? Actually just answered that on my last live too. Mancera the Oud. Narcotica. That's my favorite oud fragrance right now from Door Perfumes. And Honey Oud from Montal. That is my 3 favorites. Thoughts on code EDP? I've had multiple opportunities to smell it, and I don't think it was special enough to warrant buying a bottle for me. I actually like the scent on the original EDT better than the EDP, and I like all of the flankers I have of code more than the EDP. It kind of underwhelmed me. That's why I haven't bought a bottle. I've smelled it a few times. Banana Republic, solid, cheap designer house. Very solid. Side Effect is amazing. I agree. I completely agree. Oh, God, I couldn't even begin to tell you. It's outrageous. A Small Fortune. Armani Code be bussin'. Welcome. So do you not smoke weed, or are you just not high currently? It is legal where I am, and no, I don't really smoke. Once in a blue moon. I mean, I don't have any, if that's what you're asking. I quit many, many years ago for work, and even though I can, it doesn't excite me. Those days are kind of behind me. It doesn't really excite me anymore. Try anything from Anna Goutal? No, I have not. Let's see. YEDP. Yes, YEDP is a damn good fragrance. I wore Y Live yesterday, as a matter of fact. In Colorado is definitely legal. Yeah, it's legal. It just doesn't excite me. The recommendations you've given us over the years. Most of my most complimented fragrances come from your videos. I thank you, sir. Well, I'm glad my recommendations and my videos could provide some sort of value for you, man. I really do. You know what? We absolutely can do a hat video. So TLTG podcast, for those of you not subscribed, first episode is going to be on the 18th, featuring me and an unaverage Joe talking about wrestling. We're going to be talking about, not in this particular episode, but the channel is going to have different guests, and we're going to be talking about things other than fragrance. I have a gaming channel specifically for gaming, but that's going to be sports. That's going to be, fitness. That's when we can have discussions. I have a few friends in the fitness community that are open to doing some live streams with me. There's a few hat guys in the hat community I could have on, and we could maybe do an overview on some of the hats and stuff like that. So definitely check it out. If you go to the TLTG main page, you'll see my other channels, TG Retro Style, and then right there is TLTG Podcast. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when the episode's dropped. It will not be daily content like this channel. It will be once or twice a week. Eagle Boss the scent. Oh, I'm getting behind again. Cinesalt, keep your Adam's apple warm. Well, considering I'm wearing a hoodie that has a high collar, that's kind of keeping my Adam's apple warm, honestly. But shout outs to you, Patrick. Any truth to you crapping on frags from Ash from Jensen's frags on Fragrantica? No. Why would I want to do to others what happens to me? Because that stuff happened in business over pleasure. I'm a firm believer in karma. The energy you put out is the energy you get back. I absolutely do not do stuff like that. This is the first I'm hearing something like this. That's wild. No, absolutely not. Whoever is saying that is making that shit up. You tried Secretions Magnifique? No, but I'm starting to think I need to, just so I can say I tried it. Of course, yeah, I had a bottle of the original Nautica Competition, the old blue bottle, before it was a yellow bottle and reformulated. Thoughts on Philip Plein No Limits? I haven't tried that. Pretty soon is belly button. No, I still got a long ways to go before to get down there, George. I would love to have Joy on here. Big fan of Joy. I've been watching Joy for many, many years. Shout outs to Joy Amin. I would love to get him on here. That would be great. I don't own any of the fragrances. A little bit, not completely though, because the balance is different. Dior Homme Intense is much more sweet than Dior Homme Original. I would get a sample to see if it's worth it for you. I have both, but that's me. No, I don't have any Armani Privé fragrances. Shout outs to Dan and Malik, my man. No, I haven't tried any of the Privé stuff. There's just so many great fragrances out there to try. It's hard to really get your nose on everything. I haven't been to any boutiques in a while that have the Privé stuff. I'd love to come across some of them so I could discover and sample some of them and see what's a must-have bottle for me. It's solid, kind of a richer Bleu de Chanel family for sure. Loves blue fragrance. Why EDP, Gentleman Intense? Got people follow me and ask what I'm wearing. Nice. Yeah, I love blue fragrances too. You're definitely akin to my taste. Naxos is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful fragrance. My favorite fragrance together with Ani ever. Yeah, Ani. I love that stuff. I wore it a few days ago. Naxos is like a honey bomb. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous honey tobacco fragrance. One of the best out there for sure. Happy Land Studio Paisley Dreams as good as Paisley Sky, and where does it rank in your Happy Land collection? It would fall into the top 12 probably if I had just off the top of my head. I'm not 100% sure if it would crack the top 10. I'd have to really sit there and give it some thought, but it's definitely creamier, nuttier smell than Paisley Sky. I find Paisley Sky is a bit more floral and more heavy on the oud. No, I haven't tried Haultain yet. I have not. I have not tried any of the Zara fragrances either. Mercedes-Benz Cologne got 4 bottles. I have 2 bottles, so I totally understand where you're coming from there. I get it. So let me try to get caught up a little bit. Miss Greta said they sent me Continuum, but it shattered in shipping. First 2 sucked, but Continuum Well, the shipping box smelled amazing. So you're right there with me, Miss Greta. I don't think they sucked, but they didn't like captivate me where I was excited about them. And it's like, ooh, I need to go back to it and wear it again. I wear Awaken. Awaken was my favorite of the two. That's why that's the name I remember. I wear it from time to time, but not often. It's been a while since I've worn it. I mean, months and months. That's why when they offered it to me, I was like, nah, I'm good, you know. And it could be great. I could be missing out, but nah, didn't excite me. And don't say it's because they do. No, not everybody hates each other. Um, some people unfairly hate others, but I mean that's just the nature of the beast when it comes to jealousy and hatred or disbelief in certain things, and it's just what it is, you know. There's a hell, we might as well address it right now. Now we're talking about that. You know, there's a lot of people that just swear by this narrative that I bought subscribers at some point and or still do. And I've addressed this many times. I've made a video showing how I optimize my videos. That was my big secret, you know. Um, and for those that choose to still believe that, I'll continue to pray for you. Um, but I mean, reality is what it is. I mean, since my initial growth, when that, like, because I was growing steadily, there was rumblings of that from the start with me, of people saying, oh, he must be buying subscribers, 5 6 at a time. That's ridiculous. But once I had the rapid growth, and I could see from the outside looking in how people might have thought that initially, you know, because it was, you know, in 1 month I gained 5,000 subscribers back in May of 2020. I could see how some people would think that. And it was one of those things. It's like, well, I can't show anything to prove that that's not the case, and nobody can show anything to prove that I am. So it's kind of, I got to let time prove that that's not the case. And it's been over a year and a half now of me. I mean, since that happened, I've gained like 30,000 subscribers consistently with the views to go. I mean, at my peak last year, I was averaging around 15 to 16,000 views a day, doing a little over 500,000 views a month. Now the views have trickled down a little bit, and 300 plus thousand, 350-ish range, averaging around 11 to 12,000 views a day daily. I mean, you can see it on Social Blade. So it's been long enough. I actually addressed this in a comment on the live stream I did with Justin the other day for some little jackass I had to block a while back for constantly berating me about this. If at this stage you still think that false narrative is true, you're just a complete fool that doesn't like me personally. That is reality. That is matter of fact. Thinking I buy subscribers is a matter of opinion. And if you want to believe that, no sweat off my back. Continue to believe that. Like I said, I'll continue to pray for you. But the matter of fact is that time has proven that to be false, because there's nothing to prove either way. Because proof of me doing it doesn't exist because I haven't done it. And I don't know how I could prove, because analytics are right there for you guys to see it. You know, so moving on, I addressed it. I'm tired of addressing it. I'm not addressing it anymore. Let it spread. Whatever. 156 people are watching. Enough people are watching. Majority of who needed to hear that shit in the first place, or that I'm talking to in the first place, are watching anyways and just not commenting. All right, let me catch up. Seeing some Sec Mag. Also, interpretation of Nautica competition. Ooh, damn, I didn't know you made a version of it, Mike. I'll definitely be interested in that. Oud and Bergamot from Joe Malone. No, I have not. Invictus Aqua being discontinued. Prices are going. That's what I've heard. I've heard rumblings from you guys for months now that Invictus Aqua was discontinued. I can't confirm it. I'm just going by what you guys have told me. Get caught back up, because during my rant, I got behind. Dry down, low down. If I find myself hating another man over what we choose to spray on ourselves, I believe I would receive that as a sign from the universe that I should probably just open my veins in a warm bathtub. Damn, Joe. That's pretty extreme right there. Chris, I appreciate that. All the haters want to hug me. Stefan, I don't think I could agree with you more. I don't think I could agree with you more. I really couldn't. Shout outs to Stefan. Stefan, we need more content. We need more content, my friend. Damn right, right on X. Got bored in the pandemic, and these list videos helped a lot. Slow down a bit recently, but recently slow down. I'm sure I'll watch more as new releases speed back up. What performance do you get from Blue Electrique? It's like a 7 to 8 hour fragrance on my skin. Pretty loud in the first 2 hours, too. Very loud. Like easy on the sprays, kind of loud. Phew. If you could pick one beast mode fragrance to wear year round for under 30, there's not that many. None come to mind that are under 30 that I would consider a beast. Put in the work. That's why your channel's growing. I appreciate that. Yeah, I diligently work at this channel. That's why it's so insulting to me. Look, let's be real here. Look at me. Who do I appeal to? Average, everyday American guy that likes flat bill hats or sports teams or any of that shit. I understand my appeal. I'm probably that guy your buddies with at work that just so happens to share the same interests as you. Okay. I understand my appeal. And I'm sure a lot of you are going to chime in here. That's what it is. Some people are going to want to watch me. Some people are not going to want to. Some people are going to say, oh, well, when I was at that stage, it wasn't like that for me, so it must not be real. That's part of the problem here with this rumor. It's what it is. You know, it's what it is. I don't care. It gets old hearing it. I've heard it for so long at this point, and I've addressed it so many times, you know, I've addressed it countless times, but it's comical to me at this stage. It's comical. I'm not for everybody. No channels for everybody. I get that. That's fine. Shows you workout routine going, and what fragrances are you wearing to and from the gym? So the main thing I wear to the gym is still First Instinct Blue from Abercrombie and Fitch, but more and more I wear Versace Mano Fresh. I've been wearing that one a little bit more. Just, you know, 2 sprays or something like that. Nothing heavy, just a little light, fresh type of thing. Because I'm a firm believer in not having a loud fragrance at the gym. Just a little something to smell fresh and clean. That's all. I wear deodorant. You know, technically I don't need to wear a fragrance, but I like to wear something anyways. You're thorough and down to earth. You're definitely an expert when it comes to fragrances, and you save me a ton of money. I wouldn't consider myself an expert, but I am glad that my content helps you, Kyler. I appreciate the kind words, man. Thank you. People are just weird. Why would someone even be in somebody else's business that much on YouTube channel to even lie, let alone dig up research of a person buying subscribers? Weirdos. You have no idea. You have no idea. People are obsessed. It's ridiculous. I bought all my subscribers from Russia. They turned out to be fakes. I like that, Patrick. For those of you that don't know why he's saying that, because most of these Russian Federation fragrances that you can find on eBay and places like that, they're priced so crazy good because they're knockoff fake fragrances. No, I have not tried anything from Lattafa. How come when I buy subs, I just feel full? Because you're eating fresh at Subway. It's amazing. Le Male Le Parfum or Ultra Male. So Le Male Le Parfum is one of those fragrances that's on the short list for me to buy this year. Enough of you have told me that I need to get it or I want my opinion on it that that's probably going to be in the first haul of the year for me. So I plan on getting that sooner rather than later. I tried to buy subscribers, but my card got declined. There you go. So I've only tried Smolder. I have Smolder. My buddy Ken is sending me some decants in the mail that's going to have a few ATH fragrances. So I'll be trying some more from Aaron Terrence Hughes very, very soon. Nishane Anian, oh my. Yes. And no, I haven't tried any of the LV fragrances. Those are super pricey. So apparently Daddy is Ryan's favorite ATH fragrance. You ever smell your jacket out of nowhere and try to figure out what it was? That has happened to me before, yeah, where I can't remember what the hell fragrance I wore last time I wore that jacket. A ton of people have told me to get Hawass, and I don't know why I keep putting it off. I know it's kind of an Invictus Aqua kind of thing. I want a hat collection vid. Versace blue jeans. Let's be honest, we love the stuff you do here. Wouldn't miss for the world. I appreciate cheapy stuff and the way you approach the hobby. Hurricane Teabag, I appreciate you. You've been with me for a very long time, too. I appreciate that, man. Wood Intense from Ragba. There you go. Michael Dinsmore with dropping the knowledge. Hermes H24. I think that got unfairly underwhelmed reviews because I like that fragrance. I bought that at full retail after trying it, when I could have waited and got double the fragrance for less than I paid for the 50 ml. But I was sold on it. That metallic kind of floral green vibe that it's got going, I dig it. It's different. American football. I'm an American football kind of guy. I only started watching because of the excellent beard. There we go. Full collection video. Maybe one day if I feel like pulling all these hundreds of fragrances down. 1.3 ounce. Flat bill hats, but I enjoy your channel. You're easygoing, and that's all that matters. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the kind words. Sauvage Elixir, and my goodness. Yeah, it's a really good fragrance. And look, not everybody loves it, but I think it was a great release personally. Don't they make Fly Rockies gear? And yeah, but I mean, I was in the Houston area for a few years. I grew up an Astros and Braves fan, so most of my stuff is Astros and Braves. I do have some Rockies stuff. Ice, good for the gym. For curiosity, Miyake Sport. No, I have not, and it is still around. Dana Malik with the 199. Andy Warhol from Sensual Obsessions. I think you're gonna like it, man. I think you're gonna like it, and it's definitely pretty strong. It's man, I can't wait to hear what you think about it. Message me on Instagram later and let me know what you think about it. Signature fragrance. Armani Diamonds. So I've looked at that one a few times. It pops up at different places. Originally always stands out. You and JC be doing the damn thing. Jaden, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Boss Bottled Ice. It's solid. It's nothing special in performance, like a 4 or 5 hour fragrance, but it's a nice minty, fresh, almost aquatic feel, but not really aquatic at the same time. It's a solid fragrance. Nothing special, but it's a solid fragrance. You're the type of guy I can sit down and have a beer with. And that I've been told that so many times. That's why I say I understand my appeal, because people have told me my appeal. Enough people have told me the same thing that's why I'm able to reciprocate to you guys that this is what people think of me. This is what attracts some people to me. I get it, and I appreciate all of you. Look, I'm just as shocked by the growth as everyone else, but I mean, I don't hide anything. I don't make shit up. I don't lie. I don't deceive. I don't do none of that. And those that want to choose to believe that, like I said, they can. Whatever. Aqua di Parma Fico di Amalfi. Yes, I have. I actually tried it with Justin. It is a lovely, lovely fig fragrance. Anyways, cooking dinner. Just wanted to come say hi. Andrew, appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. My man, just got Fahrenheit Le Parfum. Congratulations, because that's a damn good fragrance. Damn good fragrance. All right, let me try to get caught up a little bit. Yeah, Ryan agrees. At the end of the day, haters are going to hate. That's absolutely correct, Kyle. Absolutely correct. Well, based on the dude I was having an argument with the other day, he said, people don't hate me just to hate. They're calling me out. Well, I just addressed what they're calling me out for again, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of addressing it. It's getting old. I could tell you were a car salesman because you convinced me to try fragrances all the time, and it's never let me down. Look, I won't recommend anything I don't like. I'm just talking about what I like, and I tell you guys, and I mean, you can read it on my face how much I like something, or if I just kind of find it meh, it's my emotions don't lie, it's, you can see it I just don't get it. It's so easy to read everything because I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm a very animated guy, and I'm very, very passionate. It's not just with fragrances. I'm a passionate guy. That's how I roll. Prada Luna Rosa Black is lovely. And you're not going to be able to unhear this, but it has a little bit of a Play-Doh smell in the opening. It's a nice, dry, warm, powdery amber, but I think it's the Angelica mixing with the amber that kind of gives this almost Play-Doh type of smell. It does go away, but it instinctively smells like that to me. Noir Extreme is damn good. Now, Blue Electrique is not near as sweet. I find with Blue Electrique, they took La Nuit de l'Homme, they made it a little bit more aromatic and increased the performance. Honestly, I prefer Blue Electrique. It's been sold out for a few months now, but I appreciate you asking. It's been sold out for quite a while. That's the second time you typed that. Cool Water Intense or First Instinct. Probably Cool Water Intense. That's what I'm wearing right now. I have 2 sprays on because I didn't want to be overwhelmed. So I just went 1 spray on each side of the neck because I'm still a little under the weather. So I didn't want to go too hardcore with the performance. Let me get caught up. We've been on a little over an hour. It's time for me to go take some more Dayquil Severe Vapocool with Vapocool. And it's got the Mucinex in it, so because I'm coughing this stuff up and getting it out. So I'm probably going to shut this down here in just a sec. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit better. I'm still a little under the weather, but I'm getting there. Global lockdown spring 2020 kicked in. So many YouTube channels exploded. That's absolutely ridiculous to suggest sub-buying. Ms. Grady, you've only known me for a short time, as far as I know. It's just been recent months that you and I have been conversing. And, oh, yeah, I've been trolled to death. It was really bad back in 2020, or like right around the time that the small chunk of my growth happened, which at the time was a huge chunk, but overall since then it's a small chunk. Yeah, it was all the time. It was all the time. People were tormenting me, and I've gotten better at dealing with it. I mean, I laugh about it now because so much time has passed that it's a joke to me that people still feel that way. I mean, I've proven otherwise because only time would be able to tell. Time has told. So for those of you that still feel that way, get over it or ride a dick off into the sunset, whatever. That's a little inside joke for some of my friends. If they see this, they'll get a real good laugh at that. Best designer release of 2021. That's tough because they had a lot of really good ones. For me, The Most Wanted was one of my favorites. I really like The Most Wanted. Let's see. Weird Fragcom wanted something new, not just flankers. Got H24, but they hated it. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't get that well received for sure. Powdery Fresh Irish, great fall and winter scent. Let me try to scroll down a little bit and get caught up because I'm way, way behind. So sorry, I'm skipping a lot of comments here, guys. Fit over 50. I'm up to 57 subscribers. Killing it. Right on, brother. Right on. Hey, Ross, Jonathan. Hey, Jonathan. You changed your name. How's it going? Haven't been talking much on here in the groups lately, but I hope you're well. I'm good. I'm glad to hear from you, man. Haven't heard from you in a while. Looks like you changed your name. It's not your name anymore. Or is this a new profile? Let's see. People don't hate what they cannot be. Feel better and take care. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. Probably disagree with you about 80% of the fragrances we like or dislike, but I'm subscribed to your channel. The only reason is because I respect your honesty, time, and effort you put into your vids. Haki, I appreciate that. That's as honest as it gets right there. I appreciate that, man. Because at the end of the day, it's just my opinion. And your comment right here is proof that we have differing opinions, and that's okay. It's fragrance. It's an art form. Perfumery is an art form. Subjectivity is a real thing when it comes to this. Not everybody likes everything. Not everybody feels the same way about everything. It's just part of it. You know, I shoot from the hip at all times, and some people agree, some people don't. And either which way is totally fine. Same profile. I could have swore that it used to be your regular name. No, that's funny, but you have great content. I appreciate that, Antonio. Thank you, man. What happened to the old-fashioned selling your soul and joining the Illuminati for success? Yeah, that's soul's not for sale for me. That's absolutely not for sale. I hold my integrity very close to the vest. It's very important to me. Always has been. That's why this shit pisses me off in the first place, because I swear by my integrity. I am a high integrity guy. Anybody that knows me personally will vouch for that, you know. But after this last one, we're going to go ahead and shut it down. Which sweet, long-lasting, projecting niche do you recommend? If you like oud, Montal Honey Oud, it's sweet without being too sweet. It's warm and spicy. It's oud, but not too much oud. And it is super, super long-lasting and projects heavy. Very, very, very strong stuff. Could you please talk about casual fragrances for just hanging out? There's quite a bit of those. Anything fresh, really. Something casual, be easygoing, something fresh. Some of the Versace fragrances, for example, some of the Mont Blanc stuff. Um, Mont Blanc Individuel. I mean, that's been hyped to death, but it's a good fragrance for that type of stuff. They are quite There are quite a lot of casual fragrances out there. There's a lot. But hour and 10 minutes, probably a good time to go ahead and shut this down. Got a few things off my chest, addressed Reddit at the beginning of this live stream. So for those of you that are late to the party that are part of Ode Jerks, I spoke to you guys directly at the beginning of the video. Make sure to go check that out. And then I addressed the other bullshit narrative that's still going on to this day about me buying subscribers, which is completely false. So scroll back to see that as well. Thank you to everybody that stopped in. I appreciate everybody that came and hung out with me. Be on the lookout for tomorrow's video. Until next time, y'all have a good one.